Hello, and welcome to episode 2 of Let's Play Final Fantasy, where I literally was standing right inside of that Lancer over there, Dragoon, depending on what level he is. So, between episodes here, I went around, picked up all these smaller crystals, so we can teleport around and basically make it a bit easier for us to move around in this huge town. And yeah, so before we continue with the main story quest line, I just noticed that I see something here that I really don't like. Duty list. Let's move you out and up a bit, like that. Save, and there we go. And I also made some other small changes. As you can see, all the players around here doesn't have their names over their heads anymore. That's how I actually like it. So yeah, let's see here. So let's start with speak with Glacial, and he is apparently located right here, close to us. So let's head over there and talk to her. Actually, it's a she. That is disturbing news. Your initiative is appreciated, adventurer. I'll have the captain place the yellow jackets on high alert. And while I have your ear, I need you to visit Fridvib and tell her the same thing you told me. You'll find her a bit further down East Hawker's Alley. Fridweb has frequent dealings with adventurers, so any warning you give her should soon spread through the city. Alright, so how far is it? It's not that far. Let's run over here. Oh, there she is. Greetings, sir. Might I interest you in the service of a retainer? What's this? Some suspicious seafarer is on the prowl for gullible adventurers. A possible suspect in the recent kidnappings, you think? Well, I'll be sure to pass on that warning to my customers. What with all the merchants and travelers milling through Hawker's Alley, these kinds of unsavory activities can often go unnoticed. In any case, I promise to keep a sharp lookout for anyone being accosted by strange-looking sailors. And we just finished that quest, so we can pick one of these. Actually, we get both of these crystals. A tiny crystalline manifestation of etheric fire energy. Okay, so this is apparently crafting materials. That might take a while before we use it. Alright, let's talk to this dude and see what he's up to. A fine morning to you, sir. Welcome to the most replete marketplace in the grand realm of Eorzea, where every shelf groans under the weight of wonders born from all four corners of the world. So they believe the world is still flat? Question mark? Pray browse the stalls until your eyeballs ache from ogling the overabundance of unbelievable bargains. Now, as much as I would love to elaborate upon the unrevealed quality of our unrivaled quality of our merchandise, I must tend to some cargo, but recently arrived at the docks. You bear a gift from Badron. Whatever could it? Ah, my octant. By the navigator, I must have left it behind in the wench, along with a week's pay and several bells worth of intoxicated memories. And hand that over. I am most grateful to have it back. This tool is a keepsake from my days as ship captain. You see, needless to say, your good deed must be repaid, and what better recompense than the wisdom of master merchant. If it is simple and sturdy adventuring equipment you seek, you need to look no further than the east and west arms of Hawker's Alley. Lest you doubt, each gill you invest in arms and armor will be money well spent. Adventuring is, after all, a dangerous profession by its very nature. It goes without saying that Hawker's Alley boasts stalls specializing in the tools of every material discipline imaginable. And within but a few steps are bazaars and apothecaries that will most amply supply all your potion and perishable needs. Our keen-eyed agents produce a frankly befuddling range of wares during their sojourns to distant shores, so it pays to become familiar with the type and the price of the goods offered by each stall. Such knowledge will serve you well if your purse is light on your time. If your purse is light or your time is short. But verbal instructions of this kind will only profit you so much. Experience has ever been the surest teacher, if not the kindest if not the kindest. I invite you to explore the market for yourself. Well, thank you. Alright, so that's him. And visit Marauders Guild. That I know is pretty far off, so I will show you teleportation from this. Okay. This giant stone, which is a bit different. So you right click, and I set this this one as my home point, which will have an effect on the returning. So if I hit return, I will literally end up at this crystal here. I believe, yeah, there is a 900-second recast time, so it takes a while before I can use it again. So if I want to teleport inside of the city, I just go here to Ethernet, and I get this list of places I can teleport to. If you collect all of them, you get these free here for free, and you don't need to pick them up. So let's see here. Let's click on that one, and it's up here we wanna go. So all I do is I can click on this one here, and I will immediately get teleported. Or I can click here in the list, a Marauders Guild, and if I click once, it will zoom in on it, no matter where you are on the map, as long as you're inside the city. And if I did it like this, you can immediately teleport, even if you don't have it selected. So that's fast traveling in the city. Alright, so let's talk to Bloodfota. Yeah, they have some very strange names here. Oh there, adventurer. Curious about the Marauders Guild, are ya? Any axe worth swinging needs 2 hands on the shaft. And has a blade. What can make short work of a galley's mast? Oh, that's yeah. That's the kind of weapon our members train to use with deceptive swiftness and all too predictable forces. Are you interested in hearing more, lad? Then why don't I give you the short version of the guild's founding history, and we can go from there. It all started with ships. Yeah, you see. What will ships got to do with axes, ye ask? Well, building would be pretty bloody difficult without a sturdy tool to lop down trees for timber. And since only the navigator herself know when a ship will run afoul of a storm or worse, it makes sense for the crew's carpenter to carry an axe on board. Hey, it all started with shipbuilding and ship repair. What? Am I boring you? Yes, you are. As I was saying, any tool on a ship can become a weapon, and the axe was perfect for hooking yourself over the rail of an enemy vessel, letting loose in a whirl of steel, and generally laying waste to all about you. As more seafarers took up the axe as their weapon of choice, so did the bloody art of the marauder begin to take shape, especially amongst pirates, where strength and skill decided your place in the world. With an eye to assembling crews or battle-ready raiders, the pirates started teaching the proper way to wield a chopping blade to their new recruits. And that's how the Marauders Guild first came to be. But once the Galadian Accord was signed to unite Maelstrom and the pirates against Limsa's enemies, the whole game changed. The Accord itself was dismal failure, of course, but the Marauders Guild was never the same. It was taken over, restructured, and purged of its pirate elements. It had been reborn as an institution dedicated to naught but teaching of axe fighting. The members of this new Marauders Guild weren't no greed-driven cutthroats, neither. They were warriors, what sought to use their martial prowess for the good of society. If mastering the axe is your heart's desire, then you'll find no better arena in which to practice your swings. Think it over, then let me know if you fancy joining our ranks. I have a feeling I'll be seeing more of you soon, lad. So that's the history of the Marauders Guild. So click on him again, and you will receive your first quest from him. You've decided to swing an axe with the Marauders then. So yeah, accept. Alright then. All that needs doing now is to speak with the Axemaster himself. Sounds simple, huh? I've seen folk slink out the door rather than put themselves in the path of that unnerving glare. That's the bloke right there in the middle of the room. Viren Zones, his name. Put some steel in your spine and look him straight in the eye when you talk to him, lad. Good fortune to you. Alright. Hopefully we will do some fighting very soon. Preferably before this episode ends. So yeah, let's talk to this guy here. Yes, I'm Viren. Axe Master, they call me. Not the most imaginative of titles, I agree. But one should not underestimate the value of directness. I welcome your interest in our guild. The art of the Marauders is used to rend, to cleave, and to destroy. It is not our way to simply outfight our adversaries. We seek to overwhelm them. A marauder must be the most powerful and enduring presence on the battlefield. We must account for the most enemies defeated. Our role in combat is that of a steel whirlwind, dealing death and destruction without equal. No doubt the question has already been put to you by Blafota, but once more shall I change your commitment? Are you prepared for the bloody carnage that awaits an initiative of the Marauders Guild? Yes, I am. Very well. Your name. Attend me well. Then Mausil hold fast to his moment of dedication. The path of the Marauders is jagged and perilous. It's a jagged and perilous one. The blood that spills at your feet will of times be your own. You stand now as a student of the axe. Let us waste no time in testing the edge of your shoes and weapon. You shall wade straightway into combat as befits a novice of our discipline. Go forth and slay the bleating, scurrying, crawling pests that plague the outskirts of Lim Salaminsa. Lost lambs, wharf rats, and little ladybugs shall be your piteous adversaries this day. Return to me once 3 of each creatures have fallen to your blade. Alright, so let's see here. So I'm level 3, so I wonder, don't I have any more active traits? No, next one is at level 4. And okay, so that's where we wanna go. Middle Lanosia. Alright. So for those that was looking at the introduction video before episode 1, might actually recognize this castle here. Alright. What? That's one of them. We will leave that one alone. So, as you can see, each of these have a small marker on it, and some markers you should be very careful around. Alright, and we got main now. And you see that dotted circle around it? That lights up when you use the first skill. So it's a combination of skills. So you use this one first, this one lights up, and that does more damage. Okay, so we are done with the rats. Let's go with the ladybugs. Go. I wonder though. Oh. Actually, I think I'll put that one here instead. Looks like you have some lost lambs here. So, to save money, I will just run back, because if you're out in the world like this, and now of course I could use the return button, but action not yet learned. Why is there an action on my hotbar that's not yet learned? Alright, well anyhow, if I do this, go to Limsa Lominsa, and teleport back, it will actually cost me gil, and right now I don't have much of it. As you can see, I got 103. So, but I could just hit the return button, that's free. But obviously, if I do that, next time I have to wait 900 seconds until I'm done. I mean, until the countdown is over. So, where is it? Marauder's Guild. You are returned to me, you are returned to me a different man. Already your face shows a harder cast. A realization of the slaughter of which you are capable. But there is much training to be done before you will wield the axe to its fullest potential. Learn well your lessons, build your strength, and make of each swing an instinctive act. You shall have this hunting log to aid you in that endeavor. Its pages are marked with opponents suitable for honing your skills. There are, of course, a myriad method by which you might improve your techniques, but when the way forward is not readily apparent, the log provides a reliable source of challenges. Every blow of your weapon will clear another step toward the master of the Marauder's way. Implacable, relentless, such must be your momentum on both the practice grounds and the battlefield. Alright, complete. So I hit level 5 right now, so I can actually continue doing these quests. And as you remember yesterday, I told you about a third type of quest, and it is these ones. It's have a blue tone to it and a plus sign. And it is quests that will unlock certain things, or in this case, a trainer. So we will continue and doing the next quest, and we will receive a new axe and an armor piece of our choosing, or in some cases, if you have good friends that makes you some good armor, you can actually pick payment instead. So let's continue here. Masi, you approach me with marauder's strides, determined, unswerving, and bereft of the hesitation that marks our first meeting. I am pleased. The time has come for you to begin a new stage in your training. Now, what sets the axe aside from the gladius of the dagger? It is the raw, unstoppable destruction wrought by its thick, heavy blade, and that overwhelming power can only be properly directed by extraordinary physical strength. Thus we come to the core of this day's lesson. Such strength as a marauder must possess is developed through a traditional method passed down through the generation of the guild. A method that you too shall be taught to employ. Present yourself to Brombar in the practice area downstairs, and he shall instruct you further. Downstairs? Ah, here's the stairs. The Axmaster told me you'd on your way. The name is Brombar. good it is to meet a new marauder. Now, we axe wielders build strength and control by splitting boulders. That's right. Our traditional method involves smashing a rock with your axe. Doesn't your axe get kind of dull after a while if you start smashing rocks with it? Just asking. But you can't use just any old swing. You need to hit the rock just so. Rock game. Fellow marauder is waiting just outside the Sapphire Gate by the bridge over the rough river. She'll tell you how it's done. Alright. Alright, so oh, okay. Basically the same place again. Middle. Yes. Alright, so as you can see, these creatures have a different symbol on it, and it's because they are part of the hunter's log that I just received. So I don't really need to do this because the MSQ and these Marauders quests give more than enough experience for me to gain level. So, but I'm just going to do it anyways, and so I can show you the hunter's log. Alright, so a hunter's log opens with H, and as you can see, every time you complete one of these, this is only rank 1 hunter's log, and you got one for gladiator, pugilist. Yeah, literally every profession you can learn or learn later on. You will get the new symbol underneath here. And yeah, so when you kill the animals, in this case it was 3 little ladybugs and 3 wharf rats. You will get a pretty big experience boost. 75 experience there and 180 for this one. And when you are done with all these, usually it's 10 in each, you will get this reward up here, 2,500 experience. And yeah, usually people do this when they are done with the MSQ, because like I said before, you can literally train every last one of these professions. as one character. And also you got these other professions like carpenter, carpenter, blacksmith, basically makes carpenter makes bows mainly. Blacksmith makes weapons like axes and such. Then you got armor, goldsmith for rings and things like that. Leatherworker makes different kinds of armor. And alchemist, potions and all that. And culinarian makes food, of course. And these are professions to gather stuff for the other professions. You got the miner, botanist, fisher. So yeah. And each one of these also have a secondary profession. So marauder becomes warrior. Well, I shouldn't say all of them. Dark Knight, for example, is a separate quest line that well, you can start training Dark Knight when you hit level 50. And it will roll you back to level 30 because Dark Knight starts at level 30. Gunbreaker is level 70, I think. And Reaper, actually level 50 on Gunbreaker and level 70 on Reaper. Also Dancer and Machinist, I believe, is separate. And Red Mage and Blue Mage. Those are completely separate. So, yeah. It became nighttime. So, let's continue with this quest. And after I'm done here splitting rocks, it's unfortunately time to end this episode. Matter of fact, I think you guys are going to get to see me split rocks in the next episode, so I will just run over there and yeah, I will make that recording back to back to this one. So thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this series, and if you did, please hit that like button. And if you're new here, first of all, welcome. I hope you enjoy my content, and if you want to see more of it and don't miss out on any of these episodes, hit the subscribe button together with the notification bell. It doesn't cost anything, and it will, well, you can always remove your sub if you feel my content is getting worse. I will be back again tomorrow, and until then, stay safe out there.